Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Okay, the Queen of Wands here is in the recent past. This was a focus card. So when we ourselves, so this is a fire sign. So when we show up in a reading like this, it just means that the fire signs we're motivated, we're inspired, we're enthusiastic, we're able to really keep up momentum and keep our energy high and move towards things, our goals, and maintain a level of enthusiasm and excitement that other signs it may fade away. They may not be able, they may start something and not be able to maintain that same degree of interest. So it's useful to have fire signs on the job as part of a team because they can help keep morale up, keep spirit up, and keep everyone remembering why they're doing whatever they're doing now in the first place instead of just going, what the hell, why don't this has become a chore, this has become a bother, and my heart's not really in it anymore. It also means we're really coming into our own. So maybe you were really felt like this month you were performing at the best of your abilities, really living life to the fullest and taking advantage of things. So we want to keep that sort of creative, inspiring momentum going. And it looks like we have because we have the Sun card here. And the Sun card it's just a really, really positive deck. You're seeing things really clearly at the moment. And, it can be aha moments, enlightening, sort of all of a sudden getting this flash of inspiration or information that really helps you figure something out that maybe you had been struggling with. It can have to do with children, a male child, but it's just like a good, like we're really shining and really feel like we've hit our groove. Now, that being said, we have some other cards here that I just want, it's not like something bad's going to happen, but I want to caution that they don't dull our spark and our fire. So we just have to be mindful of a couple things that this reading's telling us. One, if people don't always like people that are shining really brightly at the moment, they want to extinguish that flame and dull that shine because they don't. People, I don't know. They look at it in comparison to themselves, or so on the job they may try to somehow tear you down because they're uncomfortable with you doing well and getting recognized. So you may have someone gossiping behind your back this month, or something like that. Just it's petty. It's it's a reflection of them, not us. And so it's just, first of all, something to stay out of. Like, don't get sucked into it. But if somehow it does make it around to you, um, don't don't go on the defensive. Don't go on the offensive. Just clearly state, that's not true. Here's what I'm doing. Just state your case. Don't get sucked into any sort of drama. It's someone else's issue, and don't let it um dampen your spirit. That's what I'm concerned about. When you're doing well and things are good, and then it's like, here comes this jerk just for the hell of it to make your life miserable. So to really try hard to put it in perspective and not let them get you down. Also, if things maybe aren't going quite as fast, like you're not seeing the results as quickly as you'd like, that's another aspect of us fire signs. We tend to like instant gratification, even though we can maintain our motivation. We expect some results because we like to make things happen. So when they don't happen quite as fast as we'd like, it can be a little frustrating. And the Seven of Pentacles cautions that things are a process, and some things take as long as they're going to take. And there's nothing you can do, no matter how enthusiastic you are and how hard you work, to make that happen any faster. It takes children, decades to grow up. It takes a pregnancy, 9, 10 months to, well, I guess 40 weeks. It's sort of 10 months, but the first 2 weeks you're not really pregnant. All right, I'm going off on a tangent. 9.5 months to for a baby to grow, and you can't say, "Oh, I want my I'm sorry, I'd like mine in 2 months, please." Like it's just no, it's not possible. So keep things in perspective. And I do think for some of us, this near future, it is going to get us a little bit down. No matter how hard we try, we're going to be like, why do I care so much? Why am I always the cheerleader trying to keep everything going? Like sometimes I get exhausted from that too. But in this Four of Cups card is an opportunity. So if things aren't happening as fast as we want or in the exact way we want, we have to be careful that we don't get so discouraged that we miss an opportunity. Like she doesn't even know, she doesn't even notice like all these animals are around her and all these, and they're like, hey, we've come to play. And now you're not paying attention because maybe we're sulking a little bit too, like taking our ball and going home. So again, just a caution that just because things are happening as fast as we want or exactly the way we want doesn't mean things aren't working out and there aren't some opportunities being presented. They just may look a little different than what we were thinking or what we envisioned. So some overall outcome cards. The Six of Pentacles. Oh, and the Page of Fire. Okay, so no big deal. We keep our, she only has one little flame here. It's like, look at me. Look at how this, it's like, look at me coming with all my energy and fire. There's like a little whirlwind around him or her. So things will balance out. There has to be give and take and everything, and things will even out. When this card comes up, sometimes if you are not sure what to do, if you're waiting for something, volunteering or trying to be of service can be a good way to take your mind off of other things, or if your things aren't happening as fast as you want. And also, if someone wants to help you or offers to help you, be a gracious person and accept it as long as in reason, because you don't want to rob them of the opportunity of the feeling of giving. You know what I mean? So be gracious with your help, but also be gracious in accepting other people's help as well. It's not always bad to accept help. You don't always have to do things on your own. So that also is coming up too, that if you've gotten a little stuck, it's okay to ask for help. Just thinking, oh, I need to, if I don't do it myself, it's not going to get done right. Well, that might not be true. It may get done a little different, in a little different way than you would have done it, but that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Maybe someone else has a good idea and it will supersede what you were thinking. So this is a creative energy. This could be a new job, relationship, but we're excited about something. We're communicating about something. We're excited to share it. We're really fired up with a lot of energy. Some of you may want to work for like a nonprofit type of place where you feel like your work is actually helping people. That's coming through. Some of you may want to work in something like that's organic, where you're helping to like kind of like a farm or something. I see that. But something is inspiring you. It could be, if it's not a job, a hobby, something you're volunteering your time outside of work, that you may want to get the whole family involved in, that I think will be really satisfying for you and inspire you in other areas of your life. For some of you, you're if you have kids, you want to lead by example, um, and teach them about charity and taking and giving and taking, and so they get the experience of how um, fulfilling it can be to help other people. So some of you may try to do something for Houston, sending my love out to Houston, um, and getting involved in that way, or getting involved in your community. Um, Watch your mental health this month. I just feel like there could be a tendency to get a little bit depressed. Now, I'm not, if you have, real depression, or if you're not sure that's a real thing, so obviously consult a mental health professional. But it could just be a funk. For the rest of us, it's just like, oh, I'm kind of in a funk. I don't know what's wrong. Get outside, get into nature, get out in the sun, move, do things, help people. Is going to be the cure for getting your energy back. You think about it, you feel low energy and you just want to sit on the couch, right? And binge watch stuff, which I kind of love to do. But it's, put your sneakers on and just say, okay, I'm just going to walk to the end of the block and back. And you'll be surprised to see, once you're up and going, that it actually, even if you felt too tired to do it, it'll actually energize you, not make you more tired. Yeah, don't let the haters get you down. That's one thing. And don't get too impatient that you quit before you see things through to the point where um, you'll see the results. So at the bottom of the deck, we have this the Four of Wands. And this is a card that comes up usually when we meet certain milestones in life. So any sort of big event. It can be getting into college, graduating from college, getting your first job, your first big job, getting starting to date someone, getting married, having a family, um, retiring, any sort of major milestone. Fours are about stability and solid, strong foundations. So with this being at the bottom of the deck this month, it could be that you're thinking about one of these milestones, you're considering one of these milestones, you've reached one of these milestones. Could mean something really simple, like you get invited to a wedding, or you find out someone's engaged, or you yourself are. But it's kind of saying, look, everything's solid, everything's good, everything you're building so far is on solid ground. So take comfort in that. Everything's going as planned, and there's no need to force some of these things. They sort of happen when they happen, and and you're moving in the right direction. All right. Bye.